So, hello and thank you for watching this video. My name is Sebastian and with me I have Nicholas. Today we want to talk to you about traffic generation in 2019. Most of you know the subject back to front when it comes to traffic, and one that I don't need to go into too much detail. Well, so I thought, but over the years, in particular in the last 12 months, we're starting to notice that because platforms like AdWords, platforms like search engine optimization have become so saturated and so inundated with so much competition, there is opportunities for us marketers to start investigating how to tap into these other platforms within the major networks, Facebook in particular, Google, and now upcoming beast is LinkedIn.
Yeah.
So Nicholas and I thought, let's put a video together, let's go into this subject really deep, really thoroughly, and hopefully we can start helping you get a bigger picture of where you may be able to take some advantage from all this.
Yeah.
So, as I said earlier, the competition is aggressive, the competition is fierce. You know, there's more businesses starting up today than there ever has been, and it's not going to go away, it's not going to get easier, it's only going to become harder.
Yeah.
So, what are we to do? There's pros and cons with every traffic method that you choose. In particular, things like Google. There's a lot of pros with Google because, hey, it's been around the longest, it's the most maturest, and it's the most powerful tool that exists. So a lot of competition, a lot of ad agencies, they know the platform very well to a certain extent, and they've been advertising and marketing the AdWords platform for quite some time. So we all know that you can expect to see click cost of up to $10 or $12 in most cases, right?
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
So, you know, for businesses like us, Marketing Lab, that are trying to help, you know, companies like you get on the web, it's often hard to make that transition to go from spending, you know, nothing to spending $10 a click. So we've been working hard to try and figure out how to make this work for businesses that A, are starting off, and B, you have been on the AdWords platform, you have been spending a considerable amount of money, but you're not getting the return that you once did.
Yes.
So there's really, you know, we're trying to keep this as simple as we can. There's really three ways to get traffic.
Yeah.
You can buy it, and it's probably the easiest way that you can get traffic.
Yeah.
You can manipulate the search engines to think you are the most relevant for a keyword, meaning it's free organic traffic, like search engine optimization, that type of thing.
Yep.
And then there's a new kid in the block, which Nick knows quite a bit about.
Yeah.
And that's partnering and sponsorships, this type of thing. What is the street name that they have for it these days?
Sort of like affiliating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Affiliation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to touch in each of these 3 points and how you can, you know, start investigating for yourself whether, you know, the traffic generation method that you're using is in fact the right one. Because let's face it, you know, if you hired an ad agency 3-4 years ago and they told you this is the best and the greatest, maybe it was back then, but today you're evaluating the situation, you're thinking, goodness, this is just rubbish.
Yeah.
It's not working for me.
Yeah.
So that's what this video is about. We think that there's a lot of value in this. It's very relevant. Let's get started. So basically, when buying traffic, there's pros and cons with that.
Yeah.
Basically, Nick, pros being that when you buy traffic, you can get results really quickly.
Yeah.
In a nutshell, you can get results overnight. You can put $100 and tomorrow you can get $100 worth of traffic.
That's right, yeah.
So there's pros in that, and we like that as marketers because we get to test.
Yeah.
So tell us, Nick, what does that mean to you as a marketer when you get to test something overnight?
So like Sebastian just said, quick turnaround is what we like when testing, because you obviously see what works and what doesn't. And obviously come up with a lot of combinations like demographics, where you're targeting, what kind of audiences you want to go to, what kind of ads, how people are interacting. That's the best way that we test these markets with buying traffic, because we can see quickly what the turnaround is. If we hit a sweet spot, we're going to go after that. So that's one of the best ways to test the market, is buying.
Yeah, excellent. The quicker we can learn what works, the better we are equipped to going forwards. Because that's what marketing's all about. It's understanding what your audience wants, which audience wants what.
Exactly.
And if we could buy that traffic, goodness, I'll just run and spend $1,000 or $10,000 or $20,000 just on a test.
Yeah.
So, and that there is the secret sauce. You know, before you go to looking for free traffic, look to pay for traffic.
Yeah.
Learn what the demographics is, learn the keywords, and then move over to free traffic, right? But you'll quickly learn there's nothing free on the net. So, the good thing is, of course, you can be up and running pretty quickly.
Yep.
Most paid traffic networks, they just verify your credit card, verify that you're a real business, look at your traffic, and then they say go.
Go for it.
Go for it.
Take your money.
Yeah, we're good at it. That's
you're
right.
a real person.
That's right. So they're the pros. It basically it can be cheap. Now, even though I've just said, paid traffic could be very expensive. It's very expensive when you have an immense amount of competition, and every move you make, they're making those same moves, right? That's just goes without saying. But if you figure out, like Nick just said, if you run a test, you figure out what keywords, what demographics, what audience, what ads work, then the traffic becomes cheap, because you're just going to advertise on what works as opposed to spending money on what doesn't.
Exactly.
So in most cases, the traffic can be very targeted. I mean, Google's not going to sell it, make you pay premium dollars, or Facebook or LinkedIn for that matter, if it's not good. So they know it's good. There's a reason why, Nick, I don't know if you know this, but years ago, the analytics tool was a $10,000 platform. Right. Businesses had to pay 10 grand to get that intelligence.
Right.
So Google bought this company out and then came out to the marketplace and said, hey, everybody, all businesses, install this on your websites. Buyer intelligence.
There you go.
And everybody said, well, why would Google just give that away for free?
Yeah.
Why? Because now they know which keywords convert.
That's right.
They know the demographics.
They know everything.
They know everything, and they sell it back to us.
Yeah.
So, hey,
Google wins.
Google wins. So cons, tell us the cons of buying traffic.
Well, like you said, it can be very expensive if you don't get it right. And testing, it is testing at the end of the day. So it could take you 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 100 tests before you find the sweet spot. You might not even find the sweet spot. So that's how it can be very expensive. But, when you have educated people or marketing agencies like us,
we'll just slide that.
we can sort of narrow that testing phase down.
Correct. Well said. I like that.
Yeah.
It's not about eliminating the test.
Yeah, the test needs to happen. It
needs to happen.
Otherwise, you don't know what works. So we can't come up with a combination. Well, we can come up with a combination that might work straight off the bat, and that's sort of hitting a home run out of the ballpark. But it doesn't happen very often, or else.
Yeah, I mean, you raised a good off topic here, but we can have a similar client that sell identical products, and the results and what we've learned from one and the other will be very different.
Yeah,
and it's often it confuses us, and we don't know why, but everything's a test in marketing. Everything's a test, and like Nicholas said, when you're running a campaign on your own, you're obviously going to have to run a lot more tests than, say, you work with an agency that's had a bit of experience. They might be able to narrow that test phase down to a few.
Yeah.
Okay, so expensive. what's the next one? Competitive.
I'm sure all of you guys that are watching know how many businesses are popping up around you in the digital marketing space, and it's just going to get worse. Yeah,
it's going to get worse.
It's becoming easier to start up a business.
It is
on the web, and that's why there's so much saturation going on. But yeah, it's very competitive, and it will continue to get competitive unless the internet drops out, which I don't see happening.
Then we're all in trouble.
Yeah. And the last one is can be hard to spend money when it doesn't work. So obviously, you know, once you have spent a big enough figure and it hasn't worked, that's obviously when you start doubting online marketing, and you know, you're obviously careful of where you put your next dollar. So yeah.
That's right. You become scared and worried, and you don't want to spend any more money, and you kind of back off, and you say, I'm not spending any more money on buying traffic anymore. I tried it with my brother-in-law 6 years ago, and it was crap then. It's probably going to be worse now. So don't do that. If you've bought traffic before, it hasn't worked, and you're reluctant to do it again, try it with us. Try with us. Okay, so getting free traffic, and this is like very popular. Everyone loves the word free.
Free is the best word in the world.
Free is a great word.
Nothing's ever free though.
Nothing is ever free, and you're young enough to realise that, which is good. Took me a while, and I still fall for it. It must be some.
It's a good marketing technique.
It's a psychological need that we have to try and get stuff for nothing.
Yeah.
Anyhow, so free traffic. I mean, the pros are obvious. It's free. It can sometimes bring you good traffic. I mean, I have clients that ring me and say to me, "Oh, we threw up this web page 4 or 5 years ago. We're getting an immense amount of traffic. It's doing great," and it's just. Wow, luck.
Yeah,
luck of the draw.
Like we said, hit one out of the park there.
And that's fine, it happens, and that's what this world's all about. Sometimes it can work in your favour, but in most cases, there's a lot of cons with free traffic. Number one, it requires a lot of work, and that work can cost you money if you don't have the time to do it.
Yeah.
I do the SEO game here, so it's my forte, and when I tell you that, you know, you need to know which keywords to go after, number one.
Yeah.
So when we pick a keyword, we don't want to choose the wrong keywords because it ends up wasting time and effort ranking for a keyword that doesn't work. So we often would recommend that you try buy traffic for a little while. See what works, track the conversions, and then push that over to SEO. Because then, you know, you can turn SEO practice and activities into tangible results. Because that's the problem with SEO, Mick.
Yeah.
It's never tangible.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look, I ranked number 1 for this keyword. Nobody's searching for it, or everybody's searching for it, but it's not a buying keyword.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't know what a buying keyword is, it's a keyword that has an intent behind it that someone wants to buy.
Yeah.
It's not a research or, you know, an inquiry. It's actual buying intent. So there's pros and cons with that. The other thing is obvious. Everybody wants free. So if you want the free traffic, so you're 10, 20, 30 other competitors.
Yeah.
So to try and get up there, you're mixed amongst a lot of these people that are either throwing up a lot of crap to the search engines to try and rank, and then you try and be white hat and clean and everything's legitimate, and you just don't get anywhere, and that often irritates people.
Yeah.
So keep these things in mind whenever considering free. It's a great, in my opinion, it's a great way for businesses that want to go long term, want to have more of a long-term vision and a long-term approach. They don't want to just rely on buying traffic. They want to get also the free. So enough said there. So Nick, we've got partnerships here and affiliations.
Yeah.
Tell us.
That's definitely the new kid on the block. You see a lot of influencers coming out on social platforms. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, they're the big ones.
That was the word I was looking for, influencers.
Yeah. And you know, they've got an immense amount of traffic, and if you can find an influencer that's within your industry or within your market, we actually did this for a boating company. We found videos on the web that had these. There was this young couple actually, and they were making travel videos on their boat, and they were seeing, I think it was over 1 million views per video.
Wow.
And you trying to affiliate yourself with that person, obviously try and get some traffic from them, because that is organic traffic at the end of the day.
Yeah, so I think your intent was to contact these people, have them show our ad on the video.
Allow you to pretty much occupy their space.
Yeah.
Because obviously, like we said before, nothing's free. If someone's getting 100,000 views, they're obviously going to want to make money from that. Because at the end of the day, it is advertising.
It is.
So yeah, that is the new kid on the block. If you can find, it doesn't have to be people that are getting those figures, but if you can find people that are getting maybe 500 to 1,000 views, that's good traffic, and it's very cheap traffic too.
And it's targeted.
And it's very targeted.
So how would you partner with them? Do they have? Do you just do it? Just say, look, if I make 10 sales, I'll give you a commission on the sales.
Yeah, you can come up with some sort of an agreement. You can come up. Maybe they get a commission from each sale, or you can give them maybe a pack to have them associated with your company, and maybe they might wear some gear that you've got, or sponsor a product within the video, or you can actually run ads to their videos, so it doesn't look like you're affiliated with them as such.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a few ways on Facebook as well. You can do it on that too, but it's YouTube has been the big mover with that. So
well said. Okay, so they're the three main ways in which we see there's a massive amount of opportunities to buy traffic, get free traffic, or partnership traffic.
Yeah.
So basically, when it comes to paid, the big kids in the block are obvious, right? As I said before, there's Facebook, there's Google, and there's now YouTube, which is its own platform in a way.
Yeah.
And now we've got the new kid in the block, which is LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Now, the reason why we say the new kid in the block, I mean, many of you have been in LinkedIn for years, but LinkedIn has now got powerful tools to allow you to run ads and advertisement within it that just make it the powerhouse.
It does, yeah.
So, first and foremost is Facebook.
Yeah.
With Facebook, there's two sections to it. There's the paid section, which is sponsored, and then there's the free. So, with the paid, the one that many of you probably are well familiar with is boosting posts.
Yeah.
Now, this has been revolutionary for Facebook, because before this, I don't think anybody knew that you could run ads on Facebook.
That's
Everybody
right.
thought it was just a organic platform.
Yeah, social platform.
So now with boosted posts, you post a post on Facebook, and then it just says a little message, would you like to boost this? You get it out to 70,000 people, and you think, goodness, for $5,
yeah,
I'll do it.
Yeah.
So that's great, because it starts getting people trained in that area, and Facebook is doing a beautiful job.
Yeah.
But as it turns out, these boosted posts are great for certain purposes.
They are, yeah. They are.
Not ideal for when you want, to target someone that is drinking Coke as we speak.
Yeah.
So that's the granular level you can get with a lot of these platforms. So
Yeah.
to make it quick and simple, basically boosted posts are more for targeting local businesses, hobby interest, job roles, this type of thing, but they strip down the settings, right? It's
it's very limited. It's for pretty much business owners. That want to get something out there.
Yeah. So we call it more of like an awareness campaign or a promotional campaign to sort of say, hey, we got a sale this weekend.
Yeah, let's get it out.
We're selling spas this Friday. We've got a friggin' John's Gone Crazy sale, and we just want to get that out to all our friends and everybody. That would work great.
Yeah.
So nothing wrong with that, but if you run a business and you sell machines and you want to try and figure out who on Facebook you can target, that's not going to be an option for you. So then there's another component within the paid section that relates to running paid advertising and we call it to target audiences. So what is it? The business manager?
Yeah, it's Facebook's business manager side of things, which is more of a targeted ad platform.
And I would recommend that while we're talking to you, if you haven't already, download the mind map, which will make more sense, because there's so many different branches to this that it's incredibly difficult to talk and not and for you not to see what's going on. Yeah. So basically within the paid ads, there's the platforms. Now Nicholas spends a lot of his time on Facebook, so I'll probably maybe you can give us a breakdown of all the different platforms.
Yeah, sure. So Facebook's broken it down into obviously what they can offer as paid ads, and there's a few different variations of what you can actually do. So firstly, we've got at the top, which is messenger ads. So you can actually have an ad that someone can click through to get into contact with you, and you can actually automate the ad to have a question or a response, and someone can pick one of the questions that they would like answered, and you can have an automated response. So that's one way to get people into your business. Lead generation forms are great for advertising content that you might want to get out, like videos or webinars, or trying to capture leads. So you can not have people come away from the actual platform when you're advertising, and you can capture the lead directly on Facebook, which is revolutionary.
Yeah.
You've got your typical banner ads, which obviously when you're scrolling through your news feed, they'll pop up
top right hand corner
in your feed. So they're the typical ones, and they're good for driving traffic to websites, landing pages. So they're like an awareness campaign with a bit more targeting. So they're good. Video ads. So same thing, you can just upload a video, it'll come up in the feed, someone's scrolling down. These are obviously good for awareness, capturing someone's attention, which is great. And the game changer, for all your e-commerce people, is dynamic product ads, which has been running for a while, but what essentially that is if someone comes to your site, they click on a product, say you've got a bedding company, they click on a mattress, they'll jump onto Facebook and they'll be served the exact same bed. You can have an offer on it, and it's just complete connect from when they saw it on the website to when they're on Facebook. So it's more of a shopping type campaign, but it's got to do with remarketing.
That's right. So you're continuing that shopping experience now on Facebook.
Yeah.
Like a while ago, I was having a look at Harleys on eBay.
Yeah.
And then I jump on Facebook, and there they are serving the rest of the ones that I didn't get around to viewing.
Yeah.
Which is incredible.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible. So we're back. We had a bit of a technical glitch.
Yeah.
So we were talking about, and I was saying to you, as you can see, there's many different platforms that you can choose within Facebook to help target your audience.
Yeah.
And there's obviously different targeting options.
Heaps
that people can choose.
Yeah.
Talk to us about some of these, Nick, so that our listener can get a bigger picture.
Yeah, sure. So targeting options. Obviously, Facebook's been collecting data for the time they've been around. So you can, with the paid ads that we just said before, you can choose to put them geographically. You can choose to put them to an audience type with demographics. It could be job role, it could be interest, hobbies, and that's really what Facebook breaks it down to. Then they've obviously got age, so they're the main ones that you can...
But that's a hard thing, don't you think? Like, whenever you're trying to target someone, and this isn't about how, this video is more about what.
Yeah.
But I guess to a certain extent, just to give you a little bit of a rundown, whenever you're advertising on Facebook, a lot of people start off at the selecting the audience.
Yeah.
So they'll pick an age, they'll pick that they like dogs and they like cats, or they're married.
Yeah.
And that's basically as much as they go.
Yeah.
But you're saying that there's another world. It's like a rabbit hole that just gets deeper and deeper.
Yeah.
Talk to me about these different targeting options.
Yeah, so lookalike and selective audiences is where Facebook really differentiates
It
itself.
shines.
Yeah, it's got to do with relevancy. When you can build audiences from triggers, like I'll go into in the next point, from your website, or you can build audiences that that buy from your website or how they interact. That is where Facebook's really differentiates itself. So lookalike audiences typically getting more of what you have.
So what is lookalike? It's basically saying someone that looks like Sebastian has purchased from me,
Yeah.
and then you've gone to Facebook and have said, that person is what I want you to find me.
Yeah, so you've purchased a machine or product, they'll go onto Facebook and see what you might be looking at, what your previous shopping interactions are, what pages you might be
That's
following.
AI. We have no idea what it is that Facebook uses to find a lookalike audience, but
it works.
it works at its best. Like, Facebook is just woo.
Yeah, it's amazing, and that's how deep they actually go. They go demographics, the top level stuff, and then they go down that rabbit hole to see what pages you've been liking, what probably your history is in search, what friends you might be connected with, what pages you're associated with. That's how deep it goes to find more of what you got. Is probably the simplest way I can describe that. But then you can also build out audience based on triggers. So you can go onto your website. If someone downloads a form or an ebook that might be for new kitchens, you can build an audience based on that interaction, and then you can serve them with maybe the kitchen video that might be associated with the book. So
yeah, because now you know that they're interested in that particular product, right, because you've triggered them at that section.
Exactly right.
So if you have product A, product B, product C, and you know that this audience, product C, are interested in product C, then you can serve them ads on product C.
So that's where it breaks it down, because we can segment and we can know exactly what that person's interested in, and that's how we build our audiences, and that's how we run very high targeted ads to highly qualified traffic.
Well said.
Yeah.
Well said. Okay, so free. Does Facebook have anything free? I mean, I guess their platform, they base it on create a free page.
Yeah.
So what's that all about? It's just really creating a profile for yourself.
Yeah, exactly. It's just building a following, getting your page likes up, and obviously the more following you've got, that'd be seen as free advertising, I guess, because you can replicate what you're doing in paid and post it on your free page. And there's good ways around this, because you can run campaigns on paid to build your following very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of awareness campaigns will get people into your actual page to like it. You can build the following that way, and then you can actually sort of halve your advertising costs by building the following very quickly, and then serving them with free ads. It's not as good as paid. It doesn't have the targeting, obviously. It's just whoever's interacted with your page. But it can be great because it's free.
Mm-hmm.
It's get a viral and social following. If you're doing good content,
it's very hard to do.
It's very hard. Very
hard to get the viral component right.
Yeah.
Unless you're in one of those markets like teeth whitening, the commodity type markets where people just like chatting about things for the sake of it.
Yeah.
Then you could get a good following, or if you've got a great product or you're a great influencer where people just want to push your name out.
Yeah.
By all means, social and organic could be great.
Yeah.
But for those businesses that want to get momentum quickly, paid is the way to go. Test quickly, be up and running, almost straight away.
Exactly.
So, okay, so that is Facebook in a nutshell, the pros and cons of paid and free organic. Now, Google's a monster, and we don't need to go into too much detail. I think for the most part, a lot of you actually know what Google's broken down to.
Yeah.
But this might be a bit of an eye-opener, it may not be. Either way, let's see how we go. There's a paid section, and in the paid section of Google, there's Google Ads, which is Google AdWords.
Yeah.
Recently had its name changed.
Yeah.
And it's all about paying, about ranking. It's all about relevance to keywords, and it's the new kid on the block is Google Maps and ads, running ads on Google Maps. This might be great for businesses that that run a restaurant,
Yeah, exciting for those businesses.
Yeah, and they don't rank
Yep.
on Google Maps. They can run some ads on there, and if someone's looking for a pizza shop, bang, comes up comes an ad, says, "Hey, we're just local to you," because it picks up the demographics, and bang, there's a connection made. Then there's display. If you're not familiar with displays running banners all over the Google Partner Network. It could be a website that has allowed for Google to run advertisement on, and that's where you're going to start seeing display ads. And these display ads are what we run whenever we're trying to create an awareness for a product.
Yeah.
Then there's remarketing, and remarketing, as you know, anytime you visit a website that relates to a specific topic, you know, that follows you somewhere down the track, wherever you may be. Yellow Pages, you could be on eBay, you could be on Gumtree, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it will just follow you.
Yeah.
And there's a big one at the moment, lots of opportunity, huge. Like for you guys that do e-com, if you're not doing shopping, you're
not doing something right.
Yeah, you're not doing something right. You're leaving a lot of money on the table.
Yeah.
Cheap traffic in most markets. So you need to talk to us if you've got some products that you want to sell on Google Shopping. There's a process to setting that up, right? But hey, you know, once you get that up and running, it's pretty much just run it and watch the money come in.
Yeah.
So with free, on Google, it's about Google search engines. And as I said to you before, that is a game that you have to play. And the more competition you have, the more harder that game it becomes. And that is a worth exercise. It is worthy, but you need to think long term. You need to think, which keywords am I going to go for? Did I test? Did I get that right before I invest a lot of time and effort into this?
Yeah.
So and there's obviously free is Google Maps. Get your listing on there if you haven't got your listing already.
Yep.
And then the rest is pretty straightforward, right? So I don't need to go into too much detail. But one that I think maybe if you don't know much about yet is YouTube. YouTube is a powerhouse, a lot of functionality. It's still not known for businesses how to make it work. And Nick and I have sort of, we're in the newbies as well, so we're trying to get to understand how to sell different products. Yes, we have mastered some areas, but other areas are still new to us.
Yeah.
So, how do you sell a $100,000 machine on YouTube? Question mark. How do you sell, teeth whitening on YouTube? Pretty easy, you just show the before and after pictures. So the thing is, it all depends on the product.
Yeah.
And then you need to start thinking that maybe you don't sell on YouTube. Maybe that's not the intent. The intent is to create awareness for a product.
Yeah.
So start thinking like that. Each platform may have a different purpose.
It does. It definitely does.
Yeah. So with paid on YouTube, Nick, you know this very well.
Yeah. Yeah. So paid's got you obviously got your video ads. So when you're watching a video, up comes an ad of someone else's. So you got the in-display, non-skippable, so you can not go and obviously the skip button comes up after 5 seconds. That won't show, so you get 30 seconds of airtime. Then you got skippable ads, which a lot of people are doing now and creating longer ads because the non-skippable are 30 seconds. If you use skippable, you can make ads up to 5 minutes long. So there's good opportunity there because if you've got good content, it's engaging. That's the cheaper option of the two, and you might be able to get a bit more airtime. So there's also overlay ads, which are banner ads, which will go on the bottom of the video.
Yep.
They'll pop up at a certain time or a trigger point within the video, and they're just X to click out, but they're very good because you can obviously put them at certain trigger points within a video, which is great.
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah.
You can actually time when you want the ad to pop up. That is powerful.
They first started with allowing one per video, but as you noticed, saturation has come in. So sometimes you get 3 or 4 within a video. But there's a lot of opportunity because there's, I don't know what the figure is, but it's a ridiculous amount of minutes that are being uploaded daily. So there's an opportunity there. Then you've got the search ads, which is typically like, you know, Google, when you type in a search on YouTube, if you have the search ad video, your video will come up at the top of the list. It'll obviously say sponsored, but it gives you top rank, which is nice, because it's very hard to get up the top of the list on YouTube unless you're getting, you know, thousands and thousands of views.
Yeah, because that's it, right? It's not just based on the keyword, how well your video is structured. Now it's about how many likes and how many people viewed your video, how long they stayed on your video.
Yep.
So there's all these social elements. Sometimes it really goes to how well it's been crafted. And that's why we're seeing a lot of YouTubers doing really well, because they know how to get people engaged and keep them on there.
Exactly.
So unless you're an expert at that might be a bit of a hard one. Yep. But for the most part, you've got all these benefits, as Nick said. You can just rank it to the top, just pay. And sometimes you're paying 10, 15 cents?
Yeah, for a view on YouTube. Yeah, it's pretty cheap at the moment. So
incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. If you're not on YouTube, at least branding something, you're leaving a lot of money behind.
Yeah.
Absolutely are. So what else is for video?
The last one is shopping. You can occupy the...
I was blown away when you said
it's unbelievable. You can occupy the bottom of the video underneath the play button with obviously your shopping feed. So you can carry that message across from Google to Facebook to YouTube. And I think that is the big game changer, is occupying all these spaces.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. For 2019, if you haven't heard us say this already, it's about getting more of what you have.
Yeah.
It's not about getting more traffic. It's about getting the traffic in as much of the real estate as possible.
Yeah, exactly right.
It's like McDonald's. Think about it logically. McDonald's said, hey, you know, we put one store here, it does really well, let's set one down the road. Let's set one down the road, set one down the road. So they're set up everywhere to try and get as much of the traffic as possible.
That's right. Yeah.
Very clever. Okay, so with video, YouTube, there's free rankings.
Yeah.
I'm starting to feel like there's a pattern here. You know, I'm starting to feel like these businesses set up free platforms to try and engage people to come, and then what happens?
And you have to pay a subscription fee, or you end up on paid advertising. Spotify's the best. You try it for free for 15, 20, 30 days.
Do you know that Spotify has ads?
Now it does, yes.
So there you go. There's a free element.
But how they get you is the subscription, which is incredible. But
they do. Which, good on them. Good on them. Like, it's the way this world works.
Yeah.
So with free rankings, it's all about keywords, it's about video relevance, it's about viewership, right? The more viewers you have, the more thumbs up you get, the better it's going to be.
Bigger priority.
But please don't sit there liking your video all the time, because it tracks the IP address.
It's not going to work.
No. Okay, so media bias. Media bias is an area which is, I would say, unheard of for many, but there's opportunities here. Let me explain to you what media bias is. Say something like the Age. The Age has lots and lots of traffic. So there's these platforms on the web that get immense amount of traffic, and they know they do. So they sell their slots to media companies. And these media companies then sell it back to agencies like us.
Yep.
So we then sell it back to our clients. So our client has a new workshop, and they want to target a specific type of person. And the Age this month happens to be talking about that subject, which is, wow, coincidence.
Very relevant.
So then our advertisement would pop up there, and you would get an immense amount of traffic. Great way to get traffic quickly, massive amount of traffic quickly. Can be very targeted if you find the right media company that has the right connections. It could be great to get, a broad message across. Like, majority of the times, businesses like the big brands, the Coca-Cola, the McDonald's, the Subways will use this platform because they, it works really well, and at that subconscious level, it doesn't need to get someone's attention. So low ticket items, low barrier to buy type of products, and that government ads that we all see, superannuation.
Yeah.
So if you got those sort of type of products, mate, you are lucky.
Doing well.
Doing well. But if you're selling something very niche and you need to get a niche type of client, then media buys might not be your best option.
Yeah.
Because you'll lose a lot of shirt. You'll lose your shirt. And another thing is the tracking capabilities can be a little sketchy because they don't actually give you any of that data. But you can use a third-party plug-in platform like Volume to be able to track all the data that's coming through.
Yeah.
And as you know, we love tracking because that helps us determine which ad, which placement works really well. So that's all I really want to touch on media buys. I kind of want to finish off with the latest and greatest in our eyes, and that's LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Nick's been doing quite a bit of work there. I've been doing quite a work there, and I think a lot of you may actually be able to learn a bit about this. So with LinkedIn, if you didn't know already, there's the personal page, the business page. And that's all about getting your resume up there, giving you experience, telling the world what you're good at. Getting your keywords so people know what you're relevant to. And if you're lucky, someone does a search for your keyword, you may rank, which is good. It's great, but it's not the best.
No.
They've left the best for paid.
Paid. As they do.
So tell us about the paid. What's the paid broken down into?
The big difference between LinkedIn and the other social platforms like Facebook, Instagram is LinkedIn's business. It's business.
Well said.
Everyone needs to go on there to put their resume in, like Sebastian was saying before, and it's great for B2B companies.
Great for B2B, great for commercial use.
Yeah.
People are not there to goof off.
No.
Well, I don't know, it's questionable.
Well, yeah, it's questionable. Everyone goes to different places to goof off, but you'd probably pick that over Facebook in terms of goofing off. LinkedIn's probably less likely to happen. But sponsored ads for LinkedIn, the crazy one that we're testing at the moment, inbox ads. So you can develop a personalized message. Maybe you've done a survey or a test you want to get it out to a target audience, and you can actually get it into their inbox as a sponsored content.
Absolutely genius.
Yeah.
Absolutely genius. And the options to do that, we'll talk about the targeting options, but you were telling me that you can base it on just about anything.
Yeah.
Anything. And he'll go into detail about that, but inbox is the new kid on the block.
Yeah.
You're saying you can now run advertisement within someone's inbox, and you can target them specifically.
That's correct.
Crazy.
Yeah. So then after that is text ads, as written here as text ads. So they're typical display, right-hand column. You'll see a little image, then you'll have a little write-up. Usually you're being occupied by the 2 or 3 other bits of competition there. So that is the cheaper option, but is very effective. Obviously, if you've got very relevant content or you want to really grab someone's attention.
Like a workshop. If say, for instance, you're targeting engineers that are skilled at let's just say 3D printing, you want to run an advertisement to get people to your workshop, bang, it's related.
Yeah.
So, text ads are amazing when you want to target a specific type of person for a specific type of purpose.
That's right, yeah. And then after that's lead generation forms, which we touched on with Facebook. Same sort of concept. You got a workshop, like Sebastian was saying, you want to collect the actual lead on the platform. That's going to be great. You got a webinar you want people to sign up for, that's going to be great. You got a brochure or a guide that you want people to get in on. Capture their lead, do something with that information. Don't just let them download it for no reason. That's
well
what
said.
This is all about. Building that customer list right on that platform without having them to go and maybe getting onto your webpage and signing up. That's the game changer right there. So after that is obviously video ads. It's sponsored content, so you can post something within your page, like a video or an article, and you can get into the newsfeed of people that you're targeting.
Correct.
But the game changer with LinkedIn is the targeting that it allows, because it is a business type platform and it's capturing a lot of business and company data. the targeting goes from just top level demographics to really, really deep. You can actually target companies and job roles within that company, which is
So you were telling me that you could target people on remarketing.
Yes.
So they've visited a website, then you can remarket to them on YouTube, on LinkedIn.
Correct.
Then you can target people on website visitors. What is that like? In an essence, it's people that are visited a specific type of page within your website.
Yeah, you can do type of page. You can do whole website. So it's more of you can see what's people interacting with on a certain page, and then you can target a campaign to that. You can also do audience uploading, so your customer list, you can get that into LinkedIn and you can remarket to them, or you can just market to them. And you can also do lookalike, so same as Facebook concept, get more of what you've got, which is really powerful.
And then there's the account targeting, which is what you're talking about.
The account targeting, which is the game changer, and it's diving into a company, diving into a job role, and that person within the company will receive your ad.
Yeah, so this person can have many different job roles. So the level of targeting that you require on Google as opposed to LinkedIn, you may need 15, 20 visitors on Google. And if you're paying, $5, $6, $7, $8 a click, something like LinkedIn may actually be very good for you, very profitable. It's just a matter of figuring out how am I going to communicate, who am I going to communicate to, and why. And I think, Nick, that's the problem with marketing in general, right? Is businesses never get to the point of thinking, who is my customer?
Yeah.
What problems do they have? How do I communicate? Where do they hang out? And that's a massive problem for starters, and one that we think we've found a way around that. If you don't know, we're actually working at putting together a webinar that's going to go into these 7 pillars, and each of these pillars helps you build a campaign that has a higher likelihood of succeeding.
Yeah.
And one of our first pillars is client discovery formula.
Yeah.
And in this formula, we basically go into the details of how to choose the client that you're going to go after, how to approach them, what platform to use, how to communicate to these people. And we're just putting the final touches to those templates, and we're going to be talking more about how you can get access to that webinar on later days. But for the time being, what Nicholas and I thought to do was to give you an opportunity to approach us.
Yeah.
If you're after watching this, if you watched the video for this long, I think we need a chat, number one.
Yeah. Because at least leave your name.
Exactly. So there's a lot to cover. And I guess I could have done a 5-minute video and made it funny and put a picture of a dog and
you could have gotten some clickbait and some traffic over.
But the truth of the matter is there's only really one reason why you'd call and speak to us, and that is because you've realised pretty quickly that there's a lot to this, and as much as Google and as much as a lot of these agencies would like to make it look like I made $400 million, so can you. All you need to do is do these 3 things. It's just utter bullshit. So if that's you, we want to propose to you to get in touch with us. There'll be a link below this video. Click on that link, choose a day and time. Nicholas and I will spend a good hour or 2 of our time, and we'll run your product, your market, your competition. We'll run it through a checklist. We have a checklist. We have several checklists.
We do.
1 is for your website, 2 is for your marketing, and 3 is for your competitors. We'll run it through your checklist, and we'll come back to you with a plan, a solid plan to help you get 2019 on your side. We're not going to make those $400 million promises like our competitors, like our good friends, but what we will do is promise you that you're going to get a lot of value out of that what do we want to call it? Consultation.
Consultation,
Audit.
Yeah.
So we're going to put a price tag on that because that's going to take us some time.
Yeah.
It's virtually nothing for the time and effort we're putting into it. We want to say we'll just charge you $97 for that.
Yeah.
It's just really to say that you're serious and you want to work with a team that we're not just here to goof off and talk a good game. We really want to prove our work to you. So if that's you, get in touch with us and let's have a chat about how we can help you with your marketing. So unless you wanted to add anything else?
I think that's pretty good. I think we've covered everything in
Yeah.
traffic. Yeah, it's a big one.
It's a big one.
It's a big one.
Yeah, and it often is.
Yeah.
It often is. It's not as simple as... And here's the thing, right? It's a big one because we're giving you a lot of different ways to look at these. And as I said at the beginning, the reason why Google AdWords search engine optimization is so inundated is because that's as far as our competitors can think when it comes to advertising.
Yeah.
You can see how much more there is.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. Hopefully you're excited. I know Nick's excited. Yeah. So we're ready. Give us a call. Let's set up a time to chat. Until next time, thank you for watching and have a marvelous day.